So I've interviewed almost every category in psychology. What I'll be doing in March, April, I will be putting videos of these psychologists who are in their masters, others are in their internship, others they just finished their internship and are waiting for their board exam results, others they've written the board exam, they are now going to start their new job. These are the people I've targeted. I'm very busy now. I'm contacting every university that offers psychology. I'll also be sharing. This will be in March, April. One of the videos I'm going to share, because I'm speaking to all universities now, I'm calling them directly. I'm asking them a question. How many people applied for psychology? How many people were selected? I'm going to show you the stats in March, April. How many people apply? How many people have been selected? So that you can understand when I say the competition is very high. You will be shocked. You will be shocked. I've already got stats for most of the universities. You will be shocked at the numbers. Guys, you can't afford to play if you want to get into psychology. And I want you to leave this mentality to say, yeah, this psychologist, they select us into first year, psychology, BA, and all that is a useless course. I don't know why you say that. You have a problem, they need to say that. Greetings, friends. Welcome. Happy New Year. For those I have not spoken to this year or have not seen me at all, I know there's a lot of you. Happy New Year, and I hope you are enjoying the beginning of the year. I'm saying Happy New Year because it's the first time I'm coming live to do a recording on my own this year. I've done some video recording this year, but it's the first time I'm actually coming to do a video recording on my own in 2023. And those who know, you know that I'm in student support, and Jan is the busiest month that we have. Actually, January, February are very hectic. So it has been a hectic year, and so far it has been very busy. So I just wanted to come live just to meet you, to greet you, and update you on the plan for at least the first quarter of this year, so that at least you know where the channel is going and what we plan to do, so that you can also prepare yourself. And I told you that I have a soft spot for psychology. So some of the plans that we have for the first quarter are actually centered around that. So I have been busy planning for this channel on what we need to do in the first quarter, particularly for those who will be applying for psychology in the next I think April. Usually the forms are going out. The forms are out and people can start applying. People can start applying for both honors and masters. So I will be helping those who want to apply in terms of the plans, what they can do, and all that. So be ready, because I have a fully packed program for those who are planning to apply for psychology in the year 2024, who are going to apply this year. The first month, January, I was dedicating it to those who just enrolled, those who have some issues with registration, those who might want to pave their career path, have alternative options. I dedicated January and February to them. So I'm coming live for the first time, doing recording on my own this year, but I've done a lot of recordings around the November, December, and early Jan. December was my busiest time. Usually December is the time when I'm very busy doing my own things. Everything that I can't get time to do during the year, I plan to do it in December. December are my busiest time in the year. Most of the time in December I'm indoors. If I need to write a book, I write in December. If I need to do some recordings or plan for the year, I do it in December. So December has been a bit hectic on my side, but it was to prepare for this year. You will have seen those who are in matric, who just started varsity. There's been a lot of videos that I've done that were targeted for them. I've done a video recently with Dr. Sheikh G from the University of the Western Cape, and I want you to check that out and share with any person who is at first year, or any person planning to do who's doing matric this year, to prepare them, because most of the issues that we deal with are the issues that could be prevented if somebody had information. So share this video with anybody doing matric, first year student. Share this video with them. Dr. Sheikh G is a deputy registrar. He's actually dealing with all the administrative issues that have to do with academics within the institute. What he shares there can actually be applicable to most of the universities in higher education. Most of the universities. So check that video. And for those who are looking for an alternative career path in psychology, I've interviewed one of the most brilliant ladies I know, Me Gugu Tirwabone. Check this video where I interview her, and she shares about student advising. Gugu is very knowledgeable about student advising. Let me tell you, if you want to understand it, where it comes from, his background and all that, she is the best person to listen to. So I did this video because I knew, and anybody who knows her will tell you, that there is no person better qualified to speak about student advising than her. So this video is very informative. You might not have got into masters, or you don't know what you can do in psychology. So I'm revealing to you that this is one of the career option or alternative career path that you can consider. That is why my question were actually centered around, can this become a career for somebody who did not make it in psychology? But even if you are still doing your undergrad or you are doing your honors and you want to get into masters, I think this career will actually prepare you for the field of psychology. So check this video, share it with every person who's within psychology. It will really benefit them. It's about student advising. So I did this video particularly in order to help those. I did this video to help those who might be looking for the alternative career path. But also I did this one for those who are struggling. I think Dr. Sheikh G's video will also help people who are in adversity, whether you are excluded, you have got NSFAS related questions, RES related questions. When you go to the video, check at the bottom on the description. There's what we call timestamp. Timestamp, basically, they will show you which topic am I dealing with at a particular time in the video. So check that. It will show you exactly the topic I'm dealing with at a specific time. You can just click on that particular topic and listen to it without having to go through the whole video. That's what we mean. You'll see most of that in most of the videos, where I say check the timestamp and choose the specific time on what you want to listen to. The other video I also recommend a lot is the one about research. Whether you are at undergraduate, you are at honors, masters, you are going to come across research. I've done actually I was presenting to staff members and students in the school of at the university, and I was talking about the basic principles of qualitative research. Although I've titled it the basic principle, I've actually go deeper into the processes that one needs to know in order to start article writing, but also starting a research proposal. So if you want to ground yourself in qualitative research, I highly recommend this particular video. Check this video where I guide you about the research. I usually say research is one of the simplest modules you can ever do. However, the application of research can become very difficult if you don't know the basic. So in this video, I give you the foundation, I give you the basic. I remember I did my research for the first time. I did my research actually at undergrad. I had no clue what they were talking about. I went to UNISA, I did research. There was this thick book by Terebranch I think it was Terebranch and Telebranch, the brown book. I had no clue what I was reading and doing. I was so confused until I went to UP. Luckily at UP we did research. We had 2 modules in research. One was offered by the Department of the Faculty of the Department of Research at Groenkloof. The other one was offered by the Department of Educational Psychology. So we're very much immersed in research. So that's when I started to understand research, and I fell in love with it. Actually, when I was doing my honors, when I was doing my master's, rather, first year, I lectured research, distance education. So we're going around the country. I remember we went to Devon, we went to Kokstad, we went to, I think we went to Free State, we went to, I think, Limpopo. We were teaching honors students in psychology about the basic principles of research. From then on, I started to fall in love with research, and even now at varsity, I still do on ad hoc provide research workshops in order to guide people about research. And I've really enjoyed the research. Research, people, if you don't understand it, it can become very frustrating. But the minute you grasp it, research is just straightforward. Methodology is methodology. Sampling is sampling. It will never change. It doesn't matter what area you are in. The concept will remain the same. It is simple in that regard. Things don't change. Sampling doesn't change a name because you are in a particular discipline. It will remain the same. Participants are participants. You know, the method of data collection, the principles will remain the same. It doesn't matter where you are. So the minute you grasp research principles, I'm telling you, you'll never struggle with research anymore. So that is why I recommend this video. Check this video if you want to have the basics of research. You will be able to thrive in your research and the work that you do within the university. Now, you know, I've been busy in December, so I've been recording these videos. I've been recording about how to get into medicine. I've been recording different selection processes. So check the videos that we have recorded. If you go to the channel, there's a lot of videos that we have done. So the whole of last year, I've done a lot of work in terms of recording videos and all that. So there's a lot that you can find. Jen, I've done a lot of videos. I've interviewed some people. I've interviewed doctors in the field of medicine just to share with people who want to follow medicine. What is medicine all about and all that. I've interviewed some psychologists. So I've done that because I was planning for January and also I was planning for February and March. I'm going to share a bit about that. I also went to Swaziland. Swaziland is my other home. I drove my mom there to Swaziland early Jan around the 6th. Swaziland I go every time I want to just have the peace of the Lord. It's a very quiet kingdom. Obviously now there are protests and all that, but it's not like when you pass on the street every time they are burning tires. You know, there are times when it becomes very hectic, where you can't drive around. But generally speaking, the protests have not affected the country that much that one can go there. So I used to go often in the past, but now I don't go as much as I used to. I was there. I drove my mom home because she was with us during December. So, but I also went to do my visa for the US. I'll be in the US. Yeah, I'll be in the US in a week's time. Today is the 5th of February. By this time next week, by the 12th of February 2023, this time I will be in the airport flying out to the US. We are having a conference there for student success by Siaphumelela. So I'm part of that project. I'm a university project leader. So I will be representing the university there, hearing and learning from other institutes in the US about what do they do to support their students in order to succeed academically. So we'll be in the US for the whole week. I was hoping I'm going to do live there, but I've been told it's very cold. I don't even have the energy now. You know, I was so excited, but now my excitement has went down. So I will see when I get there. But if it's good, I will be able to do that, the recording. I wanted to just show you what people are doing out there, but if the weather does not allow, I won't be able to do it. The reason for this video, was just to catch up with you guys and maybe give you an update. I think the biggest update I wanted to give you is this. I told you my soft spot for psychology, mainly because I'm a psychologist. I can't avoid it. I'm always in touch with the struggle of psychology student, and where I can, I really try to help. And I want to encourage you that let's keep in touch. If you see a psychologist, if you see a student in psychology struggling who have no clue what they're doing, recommend this channel for them, because I'm trying to put videos that will help you understand the field of psychology. Share it with friends, share it with people, and come to the comment section. Any question that you have, bring it there, and I will be able to, as far as I'm able, answer those questions. But also, I'm not only here. There are channels that I subscribe to. I don't have any affiliation with them, but I like what they do. You know, there's a Facebook page by Jaji Tapelo. I think it's Essay Psychology. It's called Essay Psychology Students. I've joined that page. I like what the guy is doing there. I mean, his mission, he shares information to psychology students. He has got people there who share very good information. I'm on that page as well. So even if you are not here, you can find me in that page. Put your questions there. When I get time, I go there, I answer some questions. I think what that page is doing is a good work. So I really subscribe. I really recommend that. Also refer that page to people, share it with people. I like what the guy is doing. I've not met Tapelo. Don't think Tapelo is having shares in my channel. I have not met Tapelo. I don't even know how Tapelo looks like, but I like what the guy is doing. He's doing a good job, and I really recommend that you check that page out. There's a lot of information and interaction that is there. I also met Kanye. Kanye is an educational psychology master student at VETS. She interviewed me last week. We met through LinkedIn, and she has also started to do good jobs on Instagram. So I also totally recommend her. I think she's really doing a good job. Guys, if you are helping psychology students, some of us psychologists in our blood, it's our life. We've no other career that will like us than psychology. It likes us, we like it. It's very bad when you like a career, the career doesn't like you. Me, psychology likes me, I like it too. So I try to like other careers, they never liked me. Psychology, I liked it, it liked me too. So anybody who likes psychology, I like them as well. So Tapelo and Kanye, they're doing a good job. Kanye's on Instagram. We had a good interview last week. So check her out, check her Instagram page. I'm putting it here so that you can also check it on Instagram. The handle is there as well. I think it's what, Kanye at Psych, or at Psych at Kanye, but you can see it on the screen. So check it out and subscribe to these pages, join the pages, join the Instagram group, and follow these people because they will share important information. There's another group by, I think this one is for master students. It's called, I think, Psychology Masters 2023 Hopeful. So every year, I think they change the year. Psychology Hopeful. These are students who want to get into masters. I also, on that group, I share some information and some videos that will help them. Actually, most of the work that we are going to be sharing for 2023 from March, April will be dedicated to that group. So be here, invite those people and tell them that we'll be focusing on them in terms of March and April. The videos will be dedicated to people who want to get into masters, who also want to get into honors. There's another page as well. It's called UNISA Psychology Student Group. I think it's led by Patuchezo. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing the name. But I like that page as well. They're doing a good job there, helping UNISA student with psychology work. So there are a lot of pages I follow, but those ones came into my mind now that because I'm very active in them. So check them out and follow them as well, because they share information. You know, the correct knowledge about psychology is very key for success in psychology. If you've got wrong information, there's not much you can do at third year level. If your marks are bad and you have not, it's difficult to redeem yourself. So check them out. Now, let me give you the update of this quarter. What is the plan? Guys, I've done a lot of work in this past month, and 2 months ago, December, November, I've been interviewing psychologists, particularly those who got into masters. So last year, people got into masters and they started in January. I've been interviewing a lot of them because I've realized that although I've interviewed psychologists who are psychologists who have qualified, majority of them that are like me, they qualified long time ago, so they forgot or they don't remember quite well what happened during that selection. And one of the goals of this channel is to help you get into masters and honors. So I want people to still remember. So I have planned to interview a lot of them. So I've interviewed educational psychologists, I have interviewed clinical psychologists, I've interviewed a neuropsychologist, I've interviewed counseling psychologist. So I've interviewed almost every category in psychology. What I'll be doing in March, April, I will be putting videos of these psychologists who are in their masters, others are in their internship, others they just finished their internship and are waiting for their board exam results, others they've written the board exam, they are now going to start their new job. These are the people I've targeted. The whole aim of their interview, I wanted to know, what was your process? What's your academic background? What percentage did you get? What kind of qualification did you have? Because most of the time, particularly people in educational psychology, they've got a view or a perception that people need to have education background to get into psychology. I don't dispute there are other institutes that want it, but it is not a prerequisite. It is recommended. Other institute, that is why there are people whom I interview who are in educational psychology masters, but they have no education background. I was actually speaking to another coordinator of the master's program in one of the universities here in Pretoria, in Gauteng. And I was asking the person, the coordinator of a master's program, that do you actually want psychology students to have education as their background? And what the person told me was that if they have it, it is good, but we will not exclude a person because they don't have it. And I asked the person, if a person has got honors in educational psychology, do you still want it? And the person told me it's not necessary. So most of the time, and I think I've said this in one of the videos, I told you industrial psychology, educational psychology, they are what we call specialized field in the psychology profession. They are specialized. So you actually need their honors for you to do their masters. So most of the time, the people whom they want to have, you find that masters, they wanted to have education. They don't have educational psychology honors. They come with a standard honors or academic honors, the way you call it. And that honors, they don't have modules that speaks to educational context. You see? But if you do educational psychology honors, I think you are in a better place. You can easily apply to masters without having any trouble, because they look at the module, how aligned are they with what they do at masters. So usually honors covers that. However, I think institute like Stellenbosch and I don't know whether UJ want it. There are others apparently they do want to have education background. I will say there's a video I've done where I show all the institute around the country that has educational psychology. I will say check that video, get the list of all the institute. There's a video I've done, this video that I've done. It shows you the accredited institute. Get them, call them, and ask if they want education before you apply. If they want it, leave them. Because I think it's also, sometimes skewed view to think that having worked in the school is enough for you to be educational psychologist. Because honestly speaking, educational psychology, and it's the wrong perception that educational psychologists only work at a school. Because educational psychologists, they work with people within learning and developmental context. So people at varsity are learning. I might not work at a school at all. I've never ever worked at a school myself. I think the only time I was at a school, I was teaching Saturday school. And if you can think about how many Saturdays are there in a year, that's my whole time of working at a school. When I finished my degree, and I was majoring in biology and psychology, so I wanted to close the chapter of biology by giving back. I've been paying fees. How can this biology pay me? I took a Saturday school part-time. I was at UNIS at that time, so obviously you don't have much you are doing. So I taught Saturday school. That's it. The next time I went to a school, I was doing my internship, and my supervisor wanted me to just include it as part of my internship, because you must understand, to do internship you apply and you write a program, and the program must show that you have got actually comprehensive knowledge in terms of working with clients of different age groups. I knew personally I wanted to work with clients who are 18 and above. I knew that, and that's why I got into psychology, to work with the youth. After my internship, I've never ever entered a school to work. I've always worked in higher education, and there's a lot that a psychologist can do in higher education. Not only that, they can do a lot in corporate, because in corporate, remember, there's also learning and development. There are divisions. You can go to F&B. F&B will have educational videos. You train staff, they must be educated. You can work there. You can work in corporate. So sometimes it's misleading to think education or being a teacher is critical, because you think educational psychologists must work at a school. So it's a wrong perception, but if they want it, give them what they want and qualify. But don't be stuck there, think that's where we work. Because some of you are afraid of educational psychology because you don't want to be a glorified teacher or work at a school. You don't have to. There are many options out there. So the people I'll be interviewing, they will be sharing with you about that. They will tell you they've got education background, where are they selected, where are they doing their master. The other thing that I do during the interview, I ask them to share about what questions did they ask them, what were the scenarios, how did they answer, what are their reflections, how many people were there. So basically they paint a picture, they narrate the whole interview process to help you when you go for your interview. So I don't want you to miss what I'm going to post in March, April. March, April, it will be dedicated to master's selection. March, April, master's selection, honors selection. Look, whether you want to get into honors, you want to get into masters, what I will be sharing in March and April will be relevant for you. So wait, March, April, we're focusing on psychology. March, April, I think I'm making sure that your application is good. And then later in the year, June, July, I will be focusing now also on the selection again, because now you'll be preparing. The videos will be there. I will just be saying, check the videos. Remember what we shared in March, April. Remind yourself and prepare yourself for the selection process. So I encourage you that make sure you don't miss any video I'll be posting in March and April if you want to get into psychology. But even now, I encourage you, go into the channel, watch every video that I have on psychology. There's a video I've done, particularly if you are an honor student, you hate psychology because you are not selected. Watch this video which I've done, where I speak about what can you do with the psychology honors. Other people, they've applied. I see people saying I've applied, I haven't got any feedback. Watch this video where I speak about how to avoid rejection. In this video, I speak about factors can lead to rejection in psychology. Factors that can lead you not being responded to. Watch this video. It's part 1 and part 2. So watch both part 1 and part 2 where I speak about all these particular factors. So friends, that's what I wanted to share with you today. I just wanted to greet you. Happy New Year to all of you. All the best for the year. I hope you enjoy and this become a fruitful year. I want you to get distinctions this year. Go all out, show them what you are made of, learn a lot about psychology, explore about the field of psychology. The other thing that I have done, I forgot to share this. I'm very busy now. I'm contacting every university that offers psychology. I'll also be sharing. This will be in March, April. One of the videos I'm going to share, because I'm speaking to all universities now, I'm calling them directly. I'm asking them a question. How many people applied for psychology? How many people were selected? I'm going to show you the stats in March, April. How many people apply? How many people have been selected? So that you can understand when I say the competition is very high. You will be shocked. You will be shocked. I've already got stats for most of the universities. You will be shocked at the numbers. Guys, you can't afford to play if you want to get into psychology. And I want you to leave this mentality to say, yeah, this psychologist, they select us into first year, psychology, BA, and all that is a useless course. I don't know why you say that. You have a problem, they need to say that. I don't know if you just saw in medicine. Okay, let's even leave medicine for now. Let's look at just entering university. I don't know if you saw the article last week. How many thousands of learners applied for university entrance? I saw the one of the chancellors yesterday speaking, saying over 100,000 students applied for entrance into her university, but they can only take 4,000. Over 100,000 people applied. They only selected 4,000. Now you want to speak about psychology as if psychology is unique on its own. Your challenges are challenges of every student out there. It is competitive everywhere to get higher education. Although the right is also a privilege, because most people want to get into, they don't get into it. That is why when you have the opportunity, don't play with it. If you are accepted in first year, make sure you do very well. Don't spend time in the malls and all that and you get poor marks and you blame psychology. Make sure that you do well. Spend time in the library. Imagine you are at varsity, you have got a rest. You have got money to eat, even if it's for NSFAS, but you have got money to eat. Then you play at university, you get poor marks. When I at varsity, my friends, don't play. If you've got food, let the bash go on. We'll meet in the exam room. Let the bash go on. We'll meet in the exam room. Look, you'd rather be crazy for 3 years, but enjoy your life for the rest of your life. Some of us, I don't want to lie to you, we might look like we had it easy in psychology because we were never rejected, but there are sacrifices that we have made. I remember at UP, I used to stay at the rest. They call it, what is this rest? Taxdorp. Taxdorp is just next to Hatfield. It's a postgraduate rest. UP, they used to have this thing, they call it, what is it? Rec something, but it's a bash, it's a street bash. They close the whole street. I remember sitting there on my table studying, go rec. But I told myself, you know what? I might not enjoy this temporary excitement, but I will never regret it. And until today, guys, every time I remember that time, I don't know. I'm not saying if you go there you will fail. I say me, myself, and I. Me, myself, and I decided to say, you know what? I don't want tomorrow I'm waking up. I can't even focus because I was in a bash. I can't even study. Because sometimes what you don't understand, one test can mess you up. Just one test can mess you up. It takes you the whole year to recover. One test. It takes you the whole year to recover. So don't undermine the power. That is why assessment. If you read your study guide, you will show they give weight to certain assessment. Certain assessment, they've got weight. You fail them, they will affect you the whole year. It might even be difficult to recover and make up for the marks. So make sure that you make the sacrifice. Any student, I've interviewed some doctors also, you'll see their videos also on YouTube. They speak about how they sacrifice. I interviewed one of the brilliant doctor. She started an internship now. She got 3 distinctions in her final year. She speaks about her sacrifice, even at matric. Check out the video. You will see that people sacrifice in any field. Psychologists, I'm telling you, don't be Don't be spoiled that, oh, because we are psychologists, we study for long, they should easily select us. No, 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 no. You must study. If it means getting cum laude, get them. I'm telling you, be very competitive. Be very competitive. Be very competitive. Don't complain. Especially if you have got a rest, you have got money in your account to eat. You don't have an excuse. If you've got NSFAS that puts money for you to eat, you have got rest. That's all you need. You have got water on the tap to drink. That's all you need. Other things will follow. Other things will follow. I'm telling you, if you can get your masters, get your psychology, you will never regret it. You will never, ever regret it. Some of you, I must take you for coffee so that you can understand psychology. You will never regret it. You will never. Most of the information, I'm being reserved because we are here live. I don't tell you everything, but what I'm telling you should be enough to encourage you that you will never regret it. You will never, ever regret it. Make the sacrifice 3 years, 6 years, 7 years, you will never regret it. Friends, let me leave it there and encourage you that you continue living life to the fullest. Oh, the other thing, I nearly forgot this one. I will also be going to schools to do career guidance. Yeah, that's the other thing that I do. I go to schools, I do career guidance. If you've got a school that you know at the rural areas, wherever you come from, that you feel like they need career guidance, particularly grade 10 to 12, let me know. Let's engage. Maybe we can go there together. We drive together to your school, we speak to your teachers, we go there and give career guidance. I just like education like that. I like working with students like that. So if you've got a school that you want us to visit, let me know. Send me a comment here and then I will be in touch with you and then we can visit that school. There's a school, when I go to Swaziland, there's a school there. You pass Carolina, you turn, you join that, I use the Oshuk border. There are schools there. I wanted to visit. It was late. I couldn't go there. I just wondered what inspires the learners in these schools. They are too far. Like they're too far from life. They're so isolated. I don't know what they have. I mean, if you watch TV, the news, everything there. I mean, there's nothing encouraging on the news. You just hear about corruption, people dying, and all that. I don't think they've got data to watch us on YouTube. So those are the schools I like, and I feel like we need to reach out to those people. They don't even have career guidance. Career guidance is a big thing. So those are the kind of school I want to visit. So if you've got a school like that, you know those schools or where you come from, because majority of schools don't have career guidance. We go there, we give them career talk. So let me know in the comment section if you've got such, and then you can also visit that. Friends, let me stop there. Enjoy your day. And let's keep in touch. If you've got any question, put it here on the comment section as well. I'll be able to attend to it. Make sure you leave your comment as well. Let me know how this video has helped you, inspired you, or how this channel is helping you with your life, encouraging you. Leave those comment section. Your comments helps me to know what kind of videos do you want. If you like this, give it a thumbs up, like it, share with people, and let's spread the word. Continue living life to the fullest. This is Dr. T. I love you and remain blessed.